Hi folks, meet my $175 Honda TRX250. I just looked at the sticker underneath. It appears as if it is a 1985. So this is what I considered a really nice deal. First of all, what do I want? I like these back tires. They provide a softer ride than the ones that are on the all-terrain vehicle that I'm revitalizing, and they're in just about nice new condition, right? So that's the first thing. So from a parts point of view, I have a pair of tires mounted on rims. I don't know what numbers people put on those. I don't know, 50, 75, 100, whatever number you want to put on it, put on it. Came with a dashboard and a key. Always nice because that helps ownership. If there's ever any ownership issue, I have the key, right? How clever are you not keeping your key in a safe place? And lastly, the gas tank. I really kind of need the gas tank for the unit inside that I want to revitalize. From a plastics point of view, I mean, when you look from this fender on up, I mean, this is tape. This is duct tape. I'm not quite sure what this is about. I mean, I can see what that's about. There's a hole there. He might have just put the duct tape on to match. But once again, plastics are in pretty decent shape. Crack there. This side, the plastics are not quite in as good a shape. I mean, this is obviously all duct tape, but the front curves are there, even some sticker. It's missing the plastic that wraps the gas tank. It's also missing the seat, though it did come with the little metal thing that goes on the seat, and it came wearing all its right numbers and so forth. I think you guys can see that right there, right? So that makes me happy. The suspension and the front tires are good. Seems that all four tires are holding air. The suspension, I mean, most of these, the front suspension was nothing to be bragging about too much, but it seems relatively competent. The back is there too. It does have the tail lights with a crack there, but it came with the headlight. The headlight is loose. I mean, I can just take it right off, but the headlight is there. So let me give you a few shots at this thing from a bunch of different angles. I don't know, for $175 for the parts I need, I think I've done very, very well. And I haven't talked about other things like the muffler, the carburetor, or any engine components off of it yet. We'll get to that part of it in a second. Just trying to give you guys all the angles. Right, so there it is. Not a bad looking bike, I think. Don't know, but given the way the plastic isn't faded, I'm thinking this thing spent a lot of time garaged. I'm not saying people didn't ride it. I think it was ridden, but it spent a lot of time garaged. The person I got it from was he was studying to be a small engine mechanic. which always makes you worry a little bit. And not that being a small engine mechanic is bad, but if this was one of the first things he worked on, and you find something like this in the trunk, notice it says 7/16, you worry a little bit that most small engines use SAE bolts, American threaded bolts, and this obviously does not, and you see 7/16 in the trunk, and it makes you worry about what he worked on. He did indicate he was in the motor, that he did a timing chain on this thing and some other stuff, and he I don't know if I mentioned it or if, I mentioned it on earlier videos, but for this video, this thing has a transmission issue, and we'll explore that in a little bit. So anyway, from a parts point of view, I'm getting what I want out of it. But here comes the complication. On every one of these things, there's a complication. So cosmetically, it really looks pretty good. And check this out. Turn the key. I had to put a battery in it. It didn't come with a battery. Ooh, neutral light comes on. Choke on. And by the way, it appears to be working. And if you push the key, so that's what the engine sounds like. I always like to take a look in the air filter. You kind of get a half an idea what kind of shape they're in. And he did some creative stuff. Yeah, I hear a lot of valve flopping, so to speak. I don't know if that's a loose timing chain or taplets or both. You could also see some of the bad goop on here. I think she's an oil burner. Up here, a little of that blues out. So, there we are. As this much goes. I'm going to show you the transmission in the next video. We'll take a ride in the next video. I don't like these to get too horribly long, so we'll do that in another one. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everyone for watching and commenting and subscribing. I want to thank folks for their encouragement, their advice. I want everyone to keep their feet down, their heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.